Welcome to Sports Geek Throwback. Here's your host, the sports geek himself, Sean Callanan.
G'day, I'm Sean Callanan from Sports Geek, and welcome to Sports Geek Throwback, where I pick out the best bits from the Sports Geek podcast archive. For this week's Sports Geek Throwback, I go back to episode 234 with John Durbin, published in May 2019. John was at Pure Sports at the time. He is now founder of PDS Next. Remember, if you need help across your digital, marketing and sponsorship efforts, please get in touch. We apply the digital to dollars process to help your team build revenue. In this throwback episode, John and I discuss how sports loyalty game is changing. Remember, you can listen to this full episode at sportsgeekhq.com/234. Enjoy.
I think that's part of, I think we've seen a lot of teams try to, and even myself, we built one, sort of force that loyalty piece on fans and sort of make them jump through hoops. But I like sort of this, it's almost like passive loyalty, oh, you're doing this. We're seeing you're doing this. And we have the option to reward you or message you or, give those personalized messages. So it's loyalty, but not as, I guess, as you know it, please go and tap your phone at booth, 123 and collect some points. Whereas this is just use the app. If the app is functional and is usable to you, then you'll find good function. You get more data, but then you can reward. And effectively, by them using it, you've built, you've got this loyalty program that you haven't gone and announced and branded and told everyone about. But you start getting a better relationship with the fan as a result.
And that is exactly the premise behind it. So one of the emerging trends at the old company I used to work at just before I left was around this idea of loyalty and rewards programs. And I thought the thinking was so flawed that we're calling this loyalty, right? If you're showing up just to get a punch card punched and get a sandwich, you don't have any loyalty to that organization. Once you get your 10th sandwich and it's free, are you going to come back?
It resets.
Yeah. If the answer is maybe, then that's not loyalty. My feeling is people aren't drinking Diet Coke because they can unscrew a cap and type in a number and get a duffel bag. They're drinking Diet Coke because of a myriad of other reasons, including they like the taste, its cultural standing, all the different reasons that are out there. So when I got here, we actually had an app, what you're describing, the points as currency. And, we saw the foibles that happen with these things all the time where, we've got a leaderboard and people are upset that they're not at the top of the leaderboard because they think they've done a lot. They complain that the jersey costs too many points and how am I ever going to get a free jersey? It turns such a well-intentioned thing into such a negative. So when we revamped the program, it was based on a model that I had put together at the last place I was at. And it was really inspired more, frankly, from casinos and how they operate, where you are in a certain level and you are at a certain tier. You're not playing blackjack for the hopes of a free buffet, hopefully. You're playing because it's something you want to do, and there's another sense of gratification you get from that action. It's just this is a framework that keeps you coming back to this one location or thanks you or makes you feel good about the decisions that you had made to that point. So what we did is, our old program, to your point about all the actions that are required, in the old program, you would come in, hand your ticket to a ticket taker, they scan it, hand it back to you, you take out your phone, you open the app, you click in the camera icon, you scan your ticket, you get your points, and, that's all the steps you had to go through. Now, we know your ticket is in your name. So if your ticket scans, we give you credit for showing up. And then on top of that, we put beacons throughout the building. So if the tickets are not in your name, if you're somebody's guest, but you have your Bluetooth and location services on, and we pick you up, we'll give you credit. So we ditched this idea of points as currency. We never talk about points. We never get into how close you are to the next level. We tell people how they, can earn. Earn is the phrase that we use. And again, it just comes with a set of benefits that are there. So points as currency is gone, and automating the earning process were the two biggest things where, we used to put codes in our TV broadcast. And, they'd be on Twitter 5 minutes after we share it and people were typing it in. And, that's not an indicator of somebody's loyalty. That's who's willing to game the system.
Yeah, and it does come down to the gamification. You build out a system that can have rewards. People's nature, they will try to game it. They will try to cheat. They will try to get to the top of the leaderboard to show how much of a fan they are, because because they are loyal. I actually think what you just did to describe the process. And if anyone is building out a loyalty system and they have to, you have to do certain things, literally say it out loud. Like, you have to take your camera out. You have to take a photo. You have to click this button. Then you have to, co-sign it and send it off. Like, when you say it out loud, you go, why would anyone do that?
Exactly.
It's sort of, if someone's going to do the demo, ask them to explicitly say what they have to do and then go, would you actually do it? And you go, actually, I won't. Whereas, yeah, you're right. Casinos, airlines, all of that, they've done loyalty for so long, and it's just part of what you do. And you go, oh, you sort of look and you go, oh, look at what rewards I can now get because of the actions I've done. And I think that's where, the personalization of marketing and stuff like that is leading, and it's a better feel for, I guess, what loyalty is.
If you like this Sports Geek Throwback episode, please check out the full episode at sportsgeekhq.com. Please share Sports Geek with your sports business colleagues. We appreciate you sharing. We love working with podcast listeners. Please get in touch so we can help your team. Go to sportsgeekhq.com/phone call. All Sports Geek episodes are available at sportsgeekhq.com and all podcast platforms.